Welcome back. My name is Daniel Akers, and today I'm just going to be talking about anxiety. Obviously, in the past, many years ago, I suffered with anxiety. I suffered with it twice. Now, I know what anxiety does to people, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and give you some tips on anxiety, in how to conquer anxiety, which is what I did. I've had it twice in my lifetime before, and it's hell. I know what people go through. I've just thought I'd put a YouTube video. I put a video out there just to see if this works. I know what anxiety does to you. It ruins your life. I broke up my relationship over anxiety, and I know what anxiety does. Even though she was an horrible cow anyway, but don't go into that anyway, because we did break up over it. But that's sort of now I'm fine. I'm 100%. It's all fine. It's maybe about 5 years ago I suffered from anxiety. I suffered from it for no, it must be longer than 5 years. I suffered from it for 2 years, a year of anxiety, and then I was clear a year, and then it came back for another year. Now, anxiety, obviously, what I know is something what you panic about. I'm not sure how mine triggered. It could be from my travelling, because when I travelled back from Butlins, I felt really, really anxious. It could start off from travelling. It could start off from money wars. It could start off from anything, family problems, anything. But the way I actually triggered anxiety, how to get rid of anxiety, is when I was suffering from it, I was really, really ill. Now, the way I got over it is you have to try and get your mind to think of other things. Now, what I suggest is doing is the next time you have an attack, you just think about, say, you're climbing up a hill, you're halfway up, your anxiety's just starting off now. You're halfway up. That's when your anxiety's hurting you. You want to get over to the other side. So when you're up to the highest, you think, I can't do it, I can't do it. You just do some normal breathing. Like what I did was I visualised a windmill spinning round. A windmill just spinning round in a circle. Just close my eyes and just thinking of it spinning round. Just relaxing my body. And then all of a sudden, you won't even think about this. Your anxiety will just go, and you'll be calm, and you'll be going back down the hill. And you'll be fine on level ground again. It's not just that. I did that as well, and it works as well. Another thing, it still comes up and down. So another thing I suggest is just like tapping on your wrist just there. Just tap very, very gently to your heartbeat. So just do it to your heartbeat. And if it goes really fast, just do it really fast on there. And then just think of the windmill, and then eventually you'll think of the tapping what you're doing. You won't think of anxiety. Another thing I recommend is these bands. There's these bands I had. I've forgotten where I got them from now. I think I got them from Asda. I think about £5. Anxiety band. And what it is, they've got a little button on it. You press it in, and it goes into there. And what it is it try and relaxes you, calms you down. Now they work as well. Obviously, another thing is to don't try and. I know you're worrying about it because your anxiety's kicking in levels. I'm just speaking from experience. I'm not a professional at this. I'm just doing, obviously people on YouTube got professionals online saying, I'm a professional. I'm doing it from someone who's had anxiety twice, who's actually conquered anxiety. And I'm really happy that I have done. Just bear with me 2 seconds a minute. Yeah, that's fine. Sorry. Yeah, so I've conquered from anxiety twice. Now, the hill thing works. Obviously, if it doesn't, don't worry. Try and go out your comfort zone. Like if you say you could make it, like I couldn't make it to my local shop, which is 10 minutes away, 5 minutes away, I'd say. Now I had to do it to get to the shop just to try and conquer my anxiety. Sorry, I got a bit of a cold coming. Typical. So I got to the shops, and when I did it, I felt really proud. I thought brilliant. And then a couple of days later, I was like, I can't do it. So what I did was I kept walking to the shops, not nearly every day, nearly every other day, just to get me out of my house. And then all of a sudden, obviously my mum and dad wanted to go to, because I live in Wiltshire, and we wanted to go to Exeter, which is like 3 hours, 2 hours away. Now I was petrified in the car. I was up all night worrying about it. I was so panicky, and of course, if you panic a day before, on that day you're going to be like, I can't do it. So what I did this is how I managed to conquer it. I did it. I know you feel sick. You feel like you're going to be sick. You won't be sick. It's just a feeling you get from anxiety. Now, when I was in the car, the first thing what I did was I thought, I feel so nervous. I was like this. I just couldn't do anything. I was shaking. I was white as a ghost. I looked like I was really ill. But what I did was I I literally just had to think of myself, if you can do this, you can probably conquer it. Now, the reason what I did is I had my band with me, and I've always, as I was travelling, going there, I visualised that windmill a lot. I was closing my eyes and I was thinking of that windmill. Just kept thinking of it and just kept thinking of it, and I had my band on as well. I pressed it and I was tapping. I was feeling okay, and then all of a sudden I just felt really, really bad. I was at the top of the mountain, and then I had to get down it, because I know for a fact I had to get down it before I have a really bad anxiety attack. Now, what I did was, when I was up the top, I was literally screaming. I was like, "Mum, pull over, I need to get out, I need to get out, I want to go home, I want to go home." You know, we didn't do that. I kept going on. And what I did was, when I was at the top again, I visualised the windmill, and then I visualised a place, which is on the computer screen right now. A beach, sitting on the beach, just thinking of stuff you could have done in your past. You know, what you like doing, like going on holidays to Spain, going on to abroad, you know, anywhere you like to in the world. Just think of that. And then all of a sudden, my started calming down. And then before I knew it, 2 hours, I was there. Anxiety was halfway hurting me all the way, not all the way there, but halfway there. And I conquered it, and I thought, I've got to Exeter. Now, we were sleeping in, just like, we were camping with my dog, mum and dad. And I was just there, and I thought, I've done it. I've got to Exeter. I never thought in a million years, when I have anxiety, you wouldn't even be able to get to there. Now, I did it. And I was like, wow, I'm so proud of myself. I actually did it. But when I was there, I felt so, you know, alive again. You know, alive. Anxiety was, it's still with me. Obviously, it's still with me then. But I was like, yes, I've done it. On the way home, my anxiety only kicked in once. Normally it kicks in like 3 or 4 times. It only kicked in once. And I cured it. And then from then onwards, when I got back to my hometown, which is Wiltshire, I could go to the shop. I could walk around Asda without really thinking they're looking at me. I could do it. And I felt so happy with myself. I felt so happy. I was like, wow, this is amazing. But, you know, that's how you trigger anxiety. Just basic things like that. Just always think about stuff like that. I'm not a professional. Don't get me wrong. I've had anxiety twice. The second time I've had anxiety is when we went to Spain. Now, I had anxiety before we booked the holiday. Now, we went to Spain. Now, I was on a plane. Now, planes are even worse because you can't even escape. We were going to Mallorca from Bristol, and I was petrified. And when I was in the on the train, did I say train? I meant plane. I meant plane. Sorry about that. When I was on the plane, the first thing I did is when I got in there, I was shaking. Even the stewardess looked at me, and what I did is I was with, I can't remember who I was with, but I was with someone with me. I had leg room because obviously I thought it would help. I started to shake, and I was really bad. As soon as we was in that air, I wanted to just jump out that plane and go back to my home. You know, because my comfort zone is your home. You know, you don't want to leave your house. You want to stay indoors. You know, I took a lot of time off work when I did it. I had so many months off work, even years. And what I did was, when I was in the plane, I was so bad, I literally passed out. I literally made myself pass out. But I did it. I didn't pass out. I just thought to myself, if I can go to sleep, I'll be fine. So I fell asleep, and I got to Mallorca. Now, when I got to Mallorca, I was a bit anxiety problems, like going out, eating in front of people. I've had so nervous, but you know, when you're eating in front of people, if you don't want to eat in front of people when you've got anxiety, just take it to your room. Take it to your room. Just do that, and then go back downstairs, and then go out again. Now, when I was in Spain, I triggered it a lot, but I found a lot of it because I was in the place I wanted to be. So that picture, I wanted to go on holiday, so I was there. I was on holiday, and I felt a lot better, and it was starting to go off. I enjoyed a holiday. I had a few anxiety problems, but I always visualised the windmill, a perfect place where I was on the sea. Swimming is another good thing to trigger anxiety. We'll go into that later. So when I was there, I was looking at the beach. I was thinking, yes, I'm here. Thank you. And I was working myself. I was, you know, just getting myself better and better and better. And on the way home, we had a flight on the way home. I felt nervous again. Now, I know for a fact that I could do it. I have all my family behind me to support me when we was there. And what I did was I visualised the windmill again and back to where we were in Mallorca, which is with the beach. Now, I was thinking of that all the way. And then I did feel a bit weird at one point, but I must admit I managed to get over it because I was on top of the hill again. I needed to get down the other side, and I managed to calm myself down by my tapping, by this, by my tapping, by my armband, by the sea, by visualising places, stuff I never could do before. And I did it. I got home, we landed back in England, and normally travelling, remember what I said to you before, travelling from Exeter to Wiltshire, I did that on the way back. And when I got back to Bristol, I felt fine. I thought I could get in a car. So we travelled back from Bristol to my hometown, which is near Wiltshire, and I did it. It took about an hour and a half, I think it did. An hour and a half, I think it was, and I did it. I felt so happy because we're home, we're going home. It feels like your anxiety is like you're going home, but that wasn't it. When I got home, I felt fine again. I was going back to work, everything's fine, and I've lasted now for like 5 years. And every time my anxiety, it'll never go away. Your anxiety will never go. You know, it always will be with you. Yeah, it'll go, you feel fine, but sometimes it's always certain things that can trigger it. Now, when it triggers it, I can trigger it now. I learned to myself how to trigger my anxiety. So I know if I get an attack, I know exactly what I got to do. I know exactly the thinking I got to do. Because I don't want to go back to the stage where I've been ill for a year, ill for 6 months. Now, I'm making this video to hopefully help people out to get rid of anxiety, to get rid of it, and just to make you feel, guys, a lot better. Now, I found by playing computer games, obviously when I was playing computer games back then, all I was doing was playing computer games. I had no work, you know, you couldn't do anything. I was just playing computer games 24/7, and that's not going to help you. You need to get out. You need to just walk. Walk to a distance, because it feels like in your home you're a prisoner. You know, it's like you're in prison with anxiety. You're in prison. Now, you can't get out your gate. It's like you're in prison. You need to get through the gate. You need to get through that barrier. You need to get out the house and see people. Like, I couldn't see any of my friends or anything. I lost a lot of mates over it because I never saw them. But I managed to get over it. I managed to get out the house, walk as far as I could and come back. And then eventually I thought the windmill and did it. Now, this is just a few things that I basically think about when I get rid of anxiety. The best things to do is swimming. It's very good for you because you're swimming, you're relaxed, you're in a pool. It's just do a lot of swimming. I know you have to get there first, but just try and do the anxiety thing. Think of a windmill, think of your favourite place, visualise it in your head, and it will go. And just think of them, and I guarantee you it will go. It will go. It's hard at first. I know it's really hard. People are saying, "Oh, I've watched this video before. This is impossible." Don't worry. Nothing's impossible. It will go, and I guarantee you feel better. So what we're saying before, swimming pools, very good for you. Obviously, get an armband with a little button on it, so you press it in, and it just sticks into about there. So you calms yourself down. Another good thing to do is to walk as well. Try and walk, Try and do a bit of running as well, because it gets your heart going. Try and do a bit of running, even if it's inside the house running on the spot. It gets your heart going. You know, don't think of anything, just keep running. And the other thing is, try not to panic a day before what you're going to do. So just say you've got anxiety, you had anxiety, and you still think about going on holiday. I've never been on a plane since I had anxiety. Don't worry about it. The best thing to do is to just think about that place you wanted to go to. You know, my place was a beach. And my place was a windmill. You know, I love windmills. Windmills going around, calming you down. Think of a place you wanted to go to if you were going to travel a day before. Think of that beach. Visualise it. Say, yes, I'm going. And eventually your anxiety, you'll be at the top, and then you'll be back down again. Your anxiety will go, and then you won't think about it. I hope this helps. I'm not saying I'm professional. I'm saying I'm speaking from experience. I've had anxiety twice. I've cured it twice. The second time was a bit easier than the first time, but the first time you always get it, it's always hard. Now, I hope I don't get any horrible comments on this page saying, "Oh, you twats" or something like that. This is a stupid way. You know, this is the way I did it. Now, I thought because I started making YouTube videos, and I do a bit of gaming on streaming and all that, I thought to myself, I will do this. You know, I'd like to organise, say, like, I'd like to, but I really would like to organise like a group kind of thing. You know, just to get a load of people with anxiety in a group and just to tell you these feelings face to face exactly like I did. But obviously I'm not quite sure. I'd like to do that, but you know, it's really difficult. to organise that. Obviously, people have got to trust you, and all they've got to trust you. Obviously, if you feel free, if you've got any comments whatsoever with anxiety, just drop a comment in the like below, and I will get back to you, and I will literally mention on there exactly. Just say you need to buy some stuff. I'll tell you exactly where to buy it. I'll tell you exactly what to do, and I trust you will get over it. I guarantee you will get over it. I've done it twice, and I'll do it a third time. I'll do it a fourth time. If it comes back, I'll do it again. You know, it's not going to come back now because I can cure myself. Once you know how you can cure yourself, you'll be fine. Anyway, thank you very, very, very much for watching this video. I really hope this helps you guys. Please don't leave horrible comments, because I'm doing this from my own heart, because I know what anxiety can do to people. I lost a relationship over it. I lost a lot of friends over it. Relationship was, I can't stand her now anyway because she was evil. But that's beside the point. I couldn't even go out for my birthday. For example, we don't need to go into it again. I've been through what we needed to do. And if you've got any questions whatsoever, just drop them in the link below. And hopefully this video helps a lot of people. I'm hoping, you know, I'm speaking from my heart here, to get you guys to get rid of anxiety, saying you don't need to go to like all these professional, you can go to classes, but I find they didn't work. Hypnotised, I did that, didn't work. It made me 15 times worse than it did before. So I'm thinking of experience the way I did it, the way I learned from a lot of people around me who's telling me what to do, and I managed to trigger it. Now, thank you very much for watching this video. I really hope this helps you. I hope you enjoy your day, and I hope you conquer anxiety problems. And if you don't, drop a comment in the like below. I will offer to help you out. Not a problem at all. Thank you very much for watching, and have a good day, everyone. Thank you so much.